Scene 1. First day in class. Students are introducing themselves one by one.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aryan, and I strongly believe that communication is a very important skill because it helps us express our ideas clearly, connect with people, and grow in both personal and professional life.
Hello, my name is Sarah, and I come from a small town, and I want to improve my English speaking because I feel nervous when I speak in front of others, even when I understand everything clearly.
You spoke well, and even though your voice was a little low, the important thing is that you tried to speak, which is always better than staying silent and missing the chance to improve.
I feel that my sentences are very simple and short, and when I listen to others speaking long and fluent English, I feel that I am not good enough compared to them.
Everyone starts with simple sentences, and fluency is something that develops slowly with regular practice, patience, and the courage to make mistakes without feeling ashamed.
I want to improve, but every time I think about speaking in front of people, my heart starts beating fast and I feel afraid of making mistakes.
That fear is natural, and almost everyone feels it in the beginning, but the only way to reduce that fear is to face it step by step. Scene 2. After class.
Students leave, but Sarah looks thoughtful.
You looked a little worried in class, so I wanted to ask if you are feeling nervous about speaking, because I noticed that you understand everything but hesitate to speak.
Yes, I understand English very well, but when I try to speak, I start thinking too much, and my mind begins to translate from my native language, which makes my sentences slow and broken.
That happens because your mind is not used to thinking directly in English, so try to think in simple English words without translating everything.
It feels difficult because my mind automatically switches to my native language before forming a sentence.
It is difficult only in the beginning, but with daily practice, your mind will slowly adjust and start thinking naturally in English.
Do you really think I can improve even if I feel this uncomfortable right now?
Yes, because improvement depends on effort and consistency, not on your starting level. Scene 3. Walking together.
They walk slowly outside.
Sometimes I feel that I am far behind others, and no matter how much I try, I will not reach their level.
You are comparing your starting point with their current level, and that creates unnecessary pressure in your mind.
I know that comparison is not good, but it happens automatically when I see others speaking so confidently.
Instead of comparing, focus on improving one step every day, because small progress creates big change over time.
I want to improve daily, but I do not know where to start and how to continue properly.
Start with speaking simple sentences every day, even if they are not perfect, because action is more important than perfection.
I think I understand what you mean, and I will try to focus on progress instead of perfection. Scene 4. First practice.
They sit on a bench.
Let us start practicing right now, because the best time to begin is always now, not later.
Okay, I will try speaking, even if I feel nervous and make mistakes while talking.
That is a very good mindset, because learning happens only when you step out of your comfort zone.
I want to become confident in English speaking, and I will try to practice daily without giving up, even when it feels difficult.
That was a very clear and meaningful sentence, and you spoke with good clarity, so you should feel proud of this effort.
I still feel nervous, but I also feel a little happy because I was able to express my thoughts.
That small happiness is the beginning of your confidence, so always remember this feeling.
Yes, I will remember this and continue practicing. Scene 5. At home practice.
Sarah practices at home.
Aryan, I tried speaking in front of the mirror today, and at first it felt very strange. But after some time I started feeling comfortable.
That is completely normal, because new habits always feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but they become natural with repetition.
When I practice alone, I feel confident, but when I imagine speaking in front of people, I still feel scared.
Practice alone builds your speaking ability, but practice with people builds your confidence, so both are important.
So I should practice alone and also speak with others regularly.
Yes, because that combination will help you improve faster.
I will follow this method from now. Scene 6. In class again.
Teacher asks a question.
I know the answer, but I feel nervous again and my confidence is going down.
Just try once, because if you speak now, your fear will reduce little by little.
Okay, I will try, even if my voice shakes. Ma'am, I think this topic explains communication skills and how we can express ideas clearly.
Very good, Sarah. That was a clear answer.
I felt nervous, but I also felt proud after speaking.
That is the feeling you should focus on, not the fear.
Yes, I understand that now. Scene 7, Cafe Talk. Today I realize that fear becomes smaller when we face it instead of avoiding it again and again.
Yes, and confidence grows slowly with every small step you take.
I still make mistakes while speaking, and sometimes I feel uncomfortable.
Mistakes are part of learning, and they show that you're improving.
I think I should not stop because of mistakes anymore.
That is the correct thinking, because stopping will only delay your progress.
I will continue practicing every day.
That consistency will change everything. Scene 8, bad day.
Today I made many mistakes while speaking in front of a group, and I felt very embarrassed.
That is normal, because improvement is not a straight line, and some days will feel worse than others.
I felt like giving up and going back to staying silent.
If you give up now, all your progress will stop. But if you continue, you will improve again.
I understand that, but it still feels difficult emotionally.
Difficult moments are part of growth, and they make you stronger.
I will not stop, even if it feels hard.
That decision will make you successful. Scene 9, group practice session.
Sarah joins a small group discussion with other students, and this is her first real group practice experience.
Today I am feeling a little nervous because this is my first time speaking in a group discussion, and I am not sure if I will be able to speak clearly in front of so many people.
It is completely normal to feel nervous in your first group discussion, but remember that everyone is here to learn, so no one will judge you for small mistakes.
I understand that, but still my mind is thinking too much about what others will think if I make errors while speaking.
Instead of thinking about others, try to focus on your message, because people care more about what you say than how perfect your grammar is.
That makes sense. And I think I should focus more on expressing my ideas instead of worrying about mistakes.
Exactly, because communication is about sharing thoughts, not about being perfect in every sentence.
I will try to speak at least a few sentences today, even if I feel uncomfortable.
That effort itself is a big step, and I am sure you will do well. Scene 10, small success moment.
After the discussion, Sarah feels a change in herself.
Today I spoke in the group, and even though my sentences were not perfect, I was able to share my ideas clearly.
That is a big achievement, because speaking in a group requires both courage and confidence.
At first my voice was shaking, but slowly I started feeling more comfortable while speaking.
That is how confidence builds, step by step, when you continue speaking despite fear.
I also noticed that no one laughed at my mistakes, and everyone listened carefully.
That is because most people are focused on their own speaking, not on judging others.
I feel happy today because I faced my fear instead of avoiding it.
And that decision will help you grow faster than before. Scene 11, honest conversation about growth.
They sit together and reflect on progress.
When I look back at my first day, I realize that I have improved a lot, even though I still have many things to learn.
Improvement is not about becoming perfect, but about becoming better than your past self.
Earlier, I used to stay silent because of fear, but now I at least try to speak, even if I am not fully confident.
That change in your mindset is the biggest success, because action always leads to improvement.
Sometimes I still feel fear, but now I do not let it stop me from speaking.
Fear may not disappear completely, but you can learn to control it and move forward.
I think I am slowly becoming more confident day by day.
Yes, and your consistency is the reason behind this growth. Scene 12, new beginning.
Sarah feels more confident and motivated.
Now I feel that learning English is not as difficult as I thought before, because it just needs regular practice and patience.
Exactly, and when you enjoy the learning process, improvement becomes easier and more natural.
I want to continue practicing every day and help others who feel the same fear that I had before.
That is a great idea, because teaching others will also make your own skills stronger.
I feel thankful that I did not give up in the beginning, even when everything felt difficult.
That decision changed your journey, and now you are moving in the right direction.
I am proud of myself for trying and improving step by step.
And this is just the beginning of your journey, not the end. Sparkle's final reflection narrator.
Confidence does not come in one day, but it grows slowly when you face your fears again and again. And if you keep practicing with patience and belief, you will surely become better than you were yesterday.